everyone, I'm Audrey and welcome to Let's Be Social Together. Today I have my social media assistant, Brody, joining us.
Hello.
And we are going to be talking about how Instagram could be rolling out the removal of being able to see likes on the feed. So Brody's here to share a little bit of insight about what he has seen on a recent trip with Instagram trying out this new way of hiding likes on the feed. So Brody, why don't you share with us kind of what you saw on your trip?
Yeah, so like Audrey said, Instagram is going to be hiding the number of likes from other people seeing it on your account. So you'll still be able to see the amount of likes you get, but other people viewing your posts will not. So they tested it out in Canada, and I actually went on a cruise a couple weeks ago and met some Canadians there that had the update on their phone, and it was interesting to see. It basically just showed it said Audrey and others, so no like and 60 others, just others. It kind of makes it look like you didn't get any likes.
Not being able to see kind of how well your post performs really has a huge impact on the overall like feeling of success with your...
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what people go to Instagram for, is like likes and the gratification of the feeling you get from getting the notifications of likes and comments and that type of thing. And when you take that away, you're taking away like kind of a big aspect of the social part of Instagram.
Right.
And so the way I look at it as creators, I think it gives you a more room to focus on the content and focus on the creation process, instead of focusing on what will get likes and what will get comments. You're focusing on, is this exactly what I want to put out? Is this exactly the voice I'm going for, the exact art you're trying to make, instead of, will this get the most exposure?
Yeah, I think with people being so ultra focused on likes equaling success or likes equaling popularity, it's really shown to have more of a negative than positive effect on people's self-esteem, on their worth, their self-worth, and also too, a lot of companies are really measuring their success on social media solely based on how many likes they're getting, how many profile views they're getting, and how many followers they're getting on a week-to-week and post-by-post basis. And so, like you said, it really takes away the focus on creating great content that represents you, represents your brand, and really showcases the art. Like, it's taken away the artistic importance on social media. So I've been thinking about the removal of likes a lot lately, and I mean, it's kind of a little scary to think about, like, the fact that people can't see how many likes the content is getting. I mean, but you can still see the likes yourself. So is it like, do you think it's still gonna be a little bit of an ego boost or a self-reliance, and even like a measurement factor for self or for business, because you are still gonna be able to see it on the back end?
Right. Yeah, so I mean, like, personally, I think like it'll be a good thing, just because I think right now nobody really like compares, or you compare yourself, but you're not going, oh, she got 500 likes, she's cooler than me, or you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think that there's a younger generation out there that totally is measuring themselves up to the standards of their peers. So like, if me and you are posting, similar content, and your account blows up and mine doesn't,
that's true.
I am going to directly measure, my success and my worth in relation to how you're doing, because like, we're doing the same thing.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's a good idea just based on that factor. Like, you're not going to be able to see how well people are doing. Like, I mean, you'll still be able to go through and count if you wanted to, but I think like it will just take that pressure away of she did better than me or he did better than me. and just allow you to kind of focus on yourself a little bit more, and like, and why you're doing what you're doing in the long term. Like, I think it's like totally the right move for the health of people. I mean, and that's up to like Facebook and Instagram to decide whether they want to like help, you know?
Yeah. I mean, but it's like, you're either a part of the problem or you're a part of the solution.
Right.
And I think when Instagram first started, they had no idea that it was going to have such a massive, like, overarching effect on individuals.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Facebook has owned Instagram, Facebook has been slowly but surely integrating their own kind of values into the platform.
Yeah.
And that's been good, but it's also put a huge reliance, like we've been saying, on look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at what I'm doing, like my stuff, go follow me. And it really has just destroyed any true measure of self,
Right.
success. And it's created just this like black hole that you get sucked into. From a business perspective, shifting like to a business perspective, I think it's going to make businesses want to use the platform in more of a way that it was intended for, which is to actually engage with people
Right.
on a person-to-person level
Right.
more than just trying to get them to like their stuff. Like, let's stop focusing on likes and start focusing on engagement. If we're not going to talk to each other in person anyways, that's the least we could do, is try to
Right,
talk to
right.
each other online and actually make real connections.
Right. Because I mean, like, if you're a small business traditionally and you have a traditional store, when somebody walks in your store, you're not just going to ignore them and let them look around and not say a single thing to them. You'd say, hey, welcome in, you know, come on in. You have any questions? And nowadays on social media, people come to your store and they look around and they might like a couple pictures, but they don't get like a feeling from it. It's just kind of an empty Instagram page, you know? So I think you're right. You know, it will force businesses to focus more on one customer or one person instead of trying to get thousands and thousands. Because again, like I kind of revert it always back to, you know, you can have 100 followers and nobody buys anything, but you can have one follower, and if they buy something, that's worth it. Think about this though, as far as maybe like influencers or businesses that rely on their analytics to like prove to businesses for like brand deals and that type of thing. So if a brand comes to you and looks at your page, they can see how many likes you're getting, like what the engagement is like, and they'll kind of base their offer of what they want to deal with you on that. But if they're not able to see your likes, are they gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So it'll change. I think the standards for partnerships will change then.
Right.
They'll have to mold and adapt, because unless you straight up ask the influencer for
see
like a
your likes.
screenshot
Right,
of their back-end statistics, their insights essentially, you're not truly going to know. And I was thinking about this when we were talking too, is like, one thing I always look at as like a social media manager, not as a consumer, is when I go to someone's page and they have a bunch of followers, but they like don't necessarily look like they're that amazing to have. I'm like questioning, like, why do they have this many followers? Like, what is this page that great?
right.
But then I look at the likes, and the followers and the engagement don't add up. And
somebody
I
will have 25,000 followers and get 100 likes. or
yeah,
something
and
like
then you
that,
see right through them. You see right through it. You're like, this person is just buying likes. They're buying, or they're not even buying likes, unfortunately. They're just buying, they bought a bunch of followers, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
Because they're all just random people that you paid for. And so, not being able to compare that now, I'm curious, like,
That's true. Like,
it'll be kind of harder to see through the people who bought followers.
Yeah,
And even though Instagram is trying to crack down on that and discourage it, companies still find workarounds and loopholes to make money every single day. There's new people that can sell you likes and whatever, followers. And so I think those people are really gonna bank on this
I
a
think
little
so, too.
too much.
Because even as just on a personal level, like if I go to a page and I see it's like that, 25,000 followers with 100 likes, I'm not going to follow them because I realize they're kind of like, they're wishy-washy and like they're like, I don't agree with that, so I'm not going to agree with what they're putting out, you know, like, so, like you said, they're going to bank on that, and I think like, I think it could benefit everybody though, in a way, because if somebody comes to your page and they see like, oh, they only got this many likes, I'm not going to follow them, well, maybe they would have if they didn't see it like that, so, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, and I honestly, like, I hope they do it. Like, I hope they implement it, because as somebody who's a creator, I think it just allows you to kind of, that's something that you don't need to think about in the artistic process.
So that's all we have for you guys today. Next time we're definitely going to dive a little bit deeper into the effects that social media has on especially the younger generation. That's something Brody and I talk about a lot, and we'd love to share our thoughts with you on that. But in the meantime, please leave us your comments below on what you think about Instagram rolling out this hiding of likes and how you think it's going to affect the social media scope. And we will be back soon with more information for you. Thank you so much for tuning into Let's Be Social together, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.